Peskies Pest Control. Put your bugs on the run. Call 205-470-8161.
Hey, so today we wanted to come to you and talk to you just a little bit about ants. Ants are a very interesting insect. They're very strong. I always like to tell my customers that if they were to pool their resources, they could most likely and definitely take over the entire world. Their colonies just can be very large, and as we'll show you in a video that we took on location at a customer's house here in just a second, they can definitely work together to get a job done. So they're very impressive little insects, and you know, you can encounter them everywhere in your house, in your yard. There's many different types of ants. So Michael, give us a little information about ants.
Yeah, so like you had said, ants are just they're really cool. I mean, they communicate, they set pheromone trails, so we always see ants traveling in a straight line towards someone's house. There's typically ants going in, ants going out, carrying something back to the nest. Ants do something really cool called trophallaxis, where they actually regurgitate their food back to the queen, and that's how the queen's fed. And that's how one of the ways that we get rid of ants is we bait them, and they eat that bait, and then when they regurgitate that bait back to the queen, it kills the queen. And of course, without a queen, you don't have a colony.
Yeah, imagine if that was the way humans actually had to eat. Trophallaxis is lots of insects. Bird. Yeah, exactly. Lots of insects, you know, feed each other through trophallaxis, but that it's definitely kind of gross. But Michael, you took some video footage for us. If you want to kind of explain what's going on here. Yeah,
so I was just baiting an ant trail that I found going up a brick wall there, and it was really cool to see him, you know, this particular ant dragging a roach leg and doing it all by himself, and just thought it was cool. And that ant right there is communicating with that ant right, saying, I would assume, do you need help? The ant was probably like, no, I don't need help, I got this. And they're stopping right now, and that's what they're doing. They're literally communicating back and forth where to take that food source or the food that's already there. And I just thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, and you know, like I mentioned when we first started the video, the teamwork aspect of the ants is amazing. And I actually took a video that I thought was pretty neat. I was walking back towards my truck in a customer's driveway, and something caught my eye, so I looked down, and this is actually what I happened to find. So you can see the ants had kind of a dried out, looks like a dried out worm of some sort, and you can see the teamwork there. I mean, there's probably 20-30 ants there, all working together collectively just to tote that one object across the concrete. So I thought that was pretty impressive and speaks a lot to the way the colony works together for one collective effort.
Well, and it's amazing too, because those ants on the outside are switching back and forth, helping those other ants carry that dried up worm. So when you have ants in your house, you have to understand that they're very complex, so they are very hard to get rid of, because they're very strong, they're very tough, and where you've killed 100 of them in your home, there's 1,000 more to come.
Google Peskies Pest Control. Put your bugs on the run. Call 205-470